Right into the cheers right out the gate. Good morning, everybody. How are y'all? E. Klimke, 19 months of subbing. Do we have an Ian Schoen sighting in here? What is happening? E. Klimke, thank you so much. 19 months. That's amazing. My son was asking me the other day, how long have I been streaming? I think the stream's been active for at least 2 years. I know we have some 24 months of subs and things like that. And the first year or a little more was probably on and off a lot of the time. But yeah, it's been a while. It's been good to have y'all hanging out this morning. We're just gonna chill today. I got some things I want to work on. I got some left-handed writing practice. Mike Hurley subscribing with Prime. Let's go. 3 months. Mike Hurley's got a scheduled stream tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern. I can't remember the time. What's the time of the build tomorrow? Oh no, it's 11. It's 11 Eastern because I said Tyler was going to stream. So 11 a.m. Eastern time. So y'all do your local maths to do that. Is that a rare event, Mike streaming? No, Mike's become a professional streamer. I'm glad this is Mike's side project as opposed to starting up 6 more podcasts, things like that. Michael De Leon, OSU ATS, thank y'all so much for the subbing. We got some hype train going this morning, chat. I'm loving it. I need the hype train. Rare that Mike is here. He's a stealth viewer, just like I go in and check his out. I'm stealthy. I'm not in there, banging the chat. Brooks, Jammer, love y'all. Hype Train Central. Thank you. Michael, did I say Michael? Michael De Leon? Look at all these subs. Thank y'all for re-upping the subs. Thank y'all for the Twitch Primes and the Tier 1 sub. And thank y'all. I need to, we need to see if I need to work with Mike's Artiste for some emotes. I keep working on, or keep thinking about getting more emotes done. I just got to figure out how many slots. How am I feeling today? I was feeling pretty rotten up until about a half an hour ago, to be perfectly honest. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I haven't been feeling great up until about 30 minutes ago. Then I was like, okay, cool. Stream's about to start. Things like that. Welcome, Ian. I didn't bring any Schoen design pens. I should have known you were going to be here, and I would have prepped accordingly. But yeah, I don't know. Just a day, We'll have our ups and downs, we mental struggles, just trying to figure out. Some days it's really easy for my day to get started, and some days it's hard. That's pretty much it. Today was a little bit harder than most, and I couldn't explain you why. It's like I can't put my finger on it, So I did something I don't normally do. About 30 minutes ago, is I pounded a granola bar. I already ate oatmeal for breakfast, and then I pounded a granola bar after that. I just needed this energy boost, So I feel fine now, but man, I was not great. Like my wife was even asking me, just you okay? And I'm like, no, I'm really not, but I can't tell you why. So even get it, my cast was all swole up this morning, and just being generally annoying, and being able to I don't know. Are you able to sleep okay now? Yeah, I sleep like a rock. So I even went to bed early last night. I was in bed by 9:30, 10 o'clock last night, which I'm an early to bed person, but it's usually more 11, 10:30, 11, and I was just done. I read a bunch last night, watched a little TV last night. I put my phone down about 7:30, 8 o'clock last night, just dropped it, just no more social media, no more scrolling. Read. Hells RH, thanks for the sub, and thank you so much. I appreciate you. Read, watched a little YouTube, and then got in the bed, and I was out, and I slept like a rock. So I've been sleeping good for probably, I don't know, the last 4 or 5 nights have been easy. When you're sleeping and you have this cast on, you get this weird experience where you're so still and you're so rested, you don't feel the cast anymore. Because your arm's not moving. You feel like it's just your standard arm, like your normal uncasted arm just laying there. And I kind of grin every time I have that feeling. It happens a lot, like during the night. I was like, I'll just be laying there still, and it's like the cast isn't even there. So that's how you know I'm sleeping pretty well. Hey, good morning, Sarah. Healing takes energy. I am trying to understand that and come to grips with like what I can and can't do. Lying there. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate that. Level 3 hype train. Good grief. Y'all are awesome this morning. I'm catching all the messages. V-Rod, what's up? Just V-Rod. District Arushi, the work you're doing that I'm seeing on Instagram, will you post your Instagram link? I'm getting more and more impressed every day with the leveling up of your work. It's been very impressive. I know you and I have been in touch in the background, and I still want to do something. I just don't have I'm not on it yet, but yeah. So definitely shoot that link. MD Girl for Life. We shared the Detroit Pen Show feed last week on Tuesday. So, Brad, check your DMs later. Which DMs? Twitter DMs or like other DMs? I have DMs up. Okay. So there all right. So you sent me a DM there. Cool. I will check that later. So, yeah, I thought the Detroit thing turned out. I hate saying something like better than I expected, right? Because like then that says, well, what did you expect, Brad? Did you expect it to be crap? I would imagine that you expected it to be good. Well, I was like, of course I expected it to be good, but I thought it just flowed well. I was happy with how it turned out. So, it's one of those things is like, it was better than I thought, but that doesn't mean that you thought poorly of it ahead of time. John Benyon, I've been thinking about you. I'm gonna send you a private doppelganger link that came to my mind the other night. I'll shoot you a DM. It's worth the explanation. And you'll go, oh my God, Brad, you need to stop drinking at night. And I don't. So, but I've been thinking about you in a doppelganger aspect of a particular artist that I like. So. Brad, are you going to fleet on Twitter? I'm very lucky that I am an avid Tweetbot user. So Tweetbot does not have fleets implemented, and I hope they never do. That doesn't mean I won't do it, but like I'm not going out of my way to do it. To fleet. So I mostly just see the tweets about the fleets. So for those who don't know, Andrew is asking what is a fleet. It's basically a 24-hour Instagram story. It's like their little Instagram story / Snapchat feature where it's video and it times out after 24 hours. So it's just something like Alan's saying, it just fills your bar up at the top and loses your it takes up your screen space. Yeah, so Sarah, fleeting tweet, right? So I almost wish, like, would Twitter be better off if all tweets expired after a month? Like, just, I know people write programs and things to, to just go into their accounts, destroy messages after a certain amount of time. It could even be like a year. Like, I don't know that we need, like, I've been on there since 2008. I don't know, something like that. A long time. And I was like, do I really need, how many tweets do I have out there? Where's my thing? Do we really need 38,000 of my tweets since March 2008 in existence? Probably not. Like last year, last 6 months, last month, there should be like a check mark, right? There should be a toggle in my settings to Hype Ranger. What are these emotes? Like we had K-pop emotes last month. What are hype rangers? So yeah, I mean, I understand it's like some archive stuff and you can go delete whatever, but I don't know. It just seems like if they're gonna, why make a fleet? Like, what's the point? To not use the other apps that you use to make fleeting comments, to make expiring comments. So, but anyway, that's just Kimmy. I only use Twitter for gaming news. So one thing I'm doing, I've done this off and on for years with social media, is I have these really ramp up, follow everybody times, and then, really unsubscribe to everything. And I have this real wavy pattern of, I'm not seeing enough in my feeds. I'd like to see more. Follow everybody that says one thing interesting ever, and I'm not really, interested in the rest of their feed, or follow a bunch of brands that, I like this thing that they did, and then I just end up have so much churn in there. So then I'll get to the point where it's too much, and then I just go like, not quite scorched earth, but like I think I've gone from like following 600 plus people to now it's like 300 plus people in just like a short period of time. So I do that for Twitter and Instagram, where I'll go on these follower binges on follow, and then I'll just, unfollow. And right now I'm in a huge unfollowing phase because I'm trying to use my phone a little bit less. Hey, good morning, Tessa. So I'm trying to do some, I want to have time. Like I had last night, I put my phone down at 8 o'clock, which, it could be any time, but to read. And like I've actually been enjoying like watching TV and movies and shows, which is not my style at all. And there's no point in just sitting there scrolling for no benefit. I'll get more benefit even if I only read a page of a book or watch 5 minutes of a show than just doing this for like 10 minutes. So I love social media. It's very valuable to me, but I'm trying to work in the management of it. Like I'm very cyclical in my management of it. So I've been on an unfollowing binge only because I want to have more time for other things, and I'm very prone to sitting on my phone and scrolling. Like it's just how I am. I like to follow things. I like to learn about things. I like to see what my friends are talking about. So I'm really trying to like really rein it into people I know, people who are friends, or people who I enjoy their content online. Like I've taken off like a bunch of brands that like, do I need to follow, Nike or whatever, right? Like I can find that stuff elsewhere. So it's, something I'm working on. It's all cyclical. It's all just depending on what you want to do. Sometimes I get on a big research kick, right? Like even if it's pen related, and like I forget his name that I don't even know off the top of my head, but does a bunch of stuff with mechanical pencils. So like I'd go through who does he follow that talks about the same stuff, and can I follow them? Right. So I'll just be like in other people's followers lists, oh, that looks cool. But it's just adding like overhead into my feed. So there you go. So I don't know how we got here, but I should implement lists more. Like you're saying, John, someone else was saying it. Like I should implement lists more to where I have to actively go to say, oh, I want to look at this art stuff right now. Like I need this art thing in my life. So I'm going to go do that. Yeah, the IG unfollowing rate is why this has actually taken months. I've gone from like 3,200 or 3,400 people I was following, and now I'm down to like 1,700 or something like that. But they will flag you after about 200 unfollows a day, or like in a 24-hour period. So they will flag you there. So anyway, that's enough social media talk. I just want to say I love it, but it can be a problem. and like you always just want to try to figure out how to manage it. So okay, I'm not done talking about it. Hell says that's a lot of accounts. That's a problem on Instagram, because then it corrupts the things I want to see, right? So I'm missing, like the way the Instagram does their algorithm, you just flat out miss stuff that I think I would rather see than the stuff that they choose that I want to miss. So I'm going to give them less opportunity to show me stuff I'm not interested in. So meta, talking about social media on social media. It is. It's like we could get into a whole productivity system chat. Like I went to bed last night and all I could think about was this article that came out yesterday that was making the rounds in the productivity circles about, the challenges of systems and things like that. I have thoughts. So yeah, there you go. All right. We should talk about stuff. You want to talk about stuff and watch? So we're going to talk about stuff, and we're going to watch me write left-handed. I have this side screen on and it's flashing. Let me turn that off. It's bugging me. So we're going to do our gift guide episode next week with me, Mike, and Anna. So we always try to decide what's the best way to format that show. We've done it different ways in the past, where we've taken, okay, let's do price point gifts, right? Let's say under 25, under 50, under 100, under 300, unlimited, right? So we'll do things like that, or we'll do specific answers to specific questions. Like we'll say it still might be under $50, but we'll say, what's the best fountain pen under $50, or what's the best pen under $50? What's the best ink under $20? So we're going to do the John, we should talk. We should talk, because I think my thoughts might be similar to what you're saying, like just based on the notes that I wrote down from my thinking last night. Jim Kilpatrick, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. So we keep that thought. Anyway, so we're going to do more of a product-based show next week. Sorry. So we'll say we're going to try to answer like, specific product questions. What's our best fountain pen gift? And then that may be bracketed. And then it might be, what's the best paper, things like that. As long as Retro 51 doesn't get brought up every time, that's Mike. That's a Mike problem. So we'll put that on Mike if he's still listening. Maybe he heard his name. Toby's going berserk out there. So what I want to know is if y'all have any unique perspectives on gift giving this holiday season, that we can look into for the show. We have pretty much like all the basics will be covered, like what can we have? What can we do for stocking stuffers? What can we do for high end? What are new products that came out this year that might be an interesting gift to someone? What do you get someone who's never been into these types of things before to sample them? I'd like something that is not just a regurgitation of all the new releases like I get from all the dealers anyway. Yeah, or release, that's fair. So it's like you're covered, like like you're no. Yeah, for the Mandalorian in your life, the Shown Design XXX. Actually, you should have the Shown Design XXX. Ian. So let me put this up here, and I'm going to write some notes left-handed. We're going to talk about left-handed writing too. I think that's a good perspective on how to put it, how to broaden a person's areas of interest. Andrew, let's flip this script here. So what would a Mandalorian pen look like? No Mandalorian spoilers. Tyler and I are Mandalorian fans, but we're waiting. We're waiting probably a few more episodes so we can do a big binge and then wait, then a big binge. So, Corinne Barr, back to your comment. The CW pencil gift sets, like those are awesome for like new users. So I'm gonna scroll up on these chats. I'm gonna try to figure some of this stuff out. So if I don't reply to your like most current chat, I want to make some notes here. And I'm writing these left-handed, so this is gonna be a bit of a bear. So my grip looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the gripping of it. It's a very, so let's make a header here. So for any of y'all who are new to this chat, I don't know what I'm scrolled up a little bit, so I don't know what's going on here. I'm not a lefty. I'm a righty, and I broke my wrist. So we're going to look at, I have been practicing writing left-handed because it still hurts to write right-handed. So we need, I'm going to take a couple notes here. And then I'll scroll down to see if y'all are making fun of me. I feel pretty good about this. CW pencil sets. And y'all probably still can't even see it that well. But that's not terrible. High concept. Anna's a great person for the high concept. Especially if we do something like The Mandalorian, because she's such a Star Wars fan. And actually we all are, so. I don't know if, Mike is, but I don't know if he's as much as myself or Anna. So I'm using the 42 Blackwing, which, what did we decide the 42 is? Balance core. Matching pins with mechanical keyboards. All right, I scrolled down to the bottom. I need to scroll back. We'll make Mike do that. So maybe we'll each do a thing. So Mike would be match pins with keyboards. I'll do match pins with sneakers. And Anna could do match pins with Star Wars. I like that. See, this is why we do this, so I can just think a little bit differently. Whenever I write with my left hand, I end up writing backwards. Yeah, I'm not backwards, but I definitely have some spacing issues, some shape issues. I definitely have some pace issues, but I can already tell, like, the pacing is picking up a little bit. So Mike, I'm trying to write fast too. Like, I'm trying not to overthink my writing. So keyboards. This will be like our own mech head pins thing. And Brad will be... I'm going to have to go back and reread this chat if I can't read my handwriting. Sneakers. I didn't win the raffle for the dunks that went live this morning, right when we went live. And then Anna, I want to say Star Wars, but I'll ask her what she wants to do. Just like match it with our other hobbies. Ends are really hard. I'm missing that that connection on the first bar, because I write my ends in lines, like my N is 3 different strokes, not like one. Stars Wars. I wrote Stars Wars. Oh, S's are pretty hard too. I tend to get them sideways. All right, match pins to her hair. Let me scroll up a little bit, see what else I've missed. CW pencil sets. Yeah. Oh, you're making fun of my spelling. Desk pads, pen holders, cases. Actually, like, we never talk about desk pads. I'm gonna write that. Whoops. I'm gonna write that down. Yeah, S's are hard. Desk pads, holders. Sorry, I'm bouncing all over the chat today because I need to write this stuff down or I'll forget. Folders. Cases. God. So my S, I definitely, if I don't take the S slow, I definitely want to write it backwards. eBay shoppers. Actually, I have some decent answers for eBay shoppers. You might be surprised. Should I put Etsy in that too? Should Etsy be its category with that? I'm going to write that down and then I'll see your answer if I should include that because there's some cool Etsy shops too. G's are hard too. Like G's, N's, and S's just in this group of stuff have been tough. Let's see. It's better than Mike's writing. Let's see if Mike's paying attention. Even though it's not, I just wanted to see if he's paying attention. Oh, OSU just said that too. Best fountain pen under $10. That's a pretty reasonable thing. Oh, Andrew, I'm seeing your comment on Anna's store. We 100% pimp out the store and we'll make her do it or we'll do it. Yeah. I'm seeing your comments now. 100%. That's a no-brainer. Like, that's why I put on there the, like on my ink links, my misfill a couple weeks ago, 1 or 2 weeks ago, had the link to the do or do not pad, which is just great to begin with, but so Schmevelin, I'm gonna put, so no one tell Anna, but I'm gonna ambush her with the color desk on the writing. Jesse's probably listening. You can tell her I'm gonna ambush her on the gift guide for, like, if we do a paper specific one. We'll do color desk. Let's see. Inkwells, local shops. I'm just getting all these ideas. This is a time where if I wrote on the back side of the paper, it'd be very well because I have like no space. My handwriting's so big. I have ideas though, so don't roast me for the single-sided page writing right now. Because I'm almost done with this notebook. I'm going to try to give myself a gift. I'm going to try to line up the end of this notebook with my cast coming off and use my Masubi as my back to being right-handed present to myself, and planning on using both pages, but I have an idea to how that's going to make me happy. Right. Alan says, I know how Brad comments how the stream lifts his day, but I just realized how much it is helping me right now. I wanted to thank y'all. Really, like, legitimately, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for just, like, running your mouth about cool stuff, about books and art and science fiction. Like, all the chats y'all are having in the stream chat, y'all should be having these. Like, you can ignore me. Like, this is like cathartic for a lot of people, for a lot of ways, me especially. Like, I get a lot out of this, and my attitude, you can tell my attitude has changed just from starting the stream. The positivity that we see from just y'all being around and just rambling. Like, literally all I'm doing is here rambling and writing terribly, but my God, is it fun, right? So yeah, talk amongst yourselves, figure your stuff out. Yeah, so we're gonna keep it going. Hands down better than Mike's handwriting. Is he still listening? Oh, Masubi. So yeah, that's my idea. So what do I have? I probably have 10, 12 pages left in this Midori, and I've been waiting. Ow, shit. I shouldn't shake my... I talk with my hands. That sucks when it's broken. Sorry about that. That hurt. I'm going to put my hand down for a second. I'm going to... what was I going to say? I'm going to use that as my gift to myself when the break is over. I'm going to start the Masubi notebook. I got to finish this first, but like we're still like 4 or 5 weeks away. And as fat as I'm writing left-handed, I will use this, and then I will use some backside of the pages to hold the Masubi until the cast gets zipped off permanently. So that's the plan. Oh, letterpress recommendations. We'll get Anna on that. I can't decide what angle I want to have the paper at. Right now I'm a little bit blocked because of what's on my desk. Brad uses curse words. I'm a pretty avid cusser. I have it pretty well, after all these years of doing the podcast, I have it pretty reined in. But on here, I'll let them slip every now and then. But it's like, I was such a bad cusser. Like, I had to really, really, like think about when I was doing the podcast, not to just drop in words. And I think over the years of the podcast, there's been like 2 or 3 that I've snuck in there when I get really agitated that Mike's had to edit out. But yeah, I'm pretty good. It's a trained thing because I am a cusser. I've just trained it out of me when I'm live, I guess. Ted M, thanks for the follow. Holiday correspondence. That's a great idea. So I'm reaching really far away from the page right now, just the way this is, and it's actually kind of helping. Sefter Quad, if you want to send me some links, either on email or Twitter, I would love if you have Etsy recommendations. Let's open that up for everyone right now. If you have Etsy recommendations, I only have like a few shops that I know that I can vouch for, but if y'all have some other ones, I'd love to see them. But don't put them here because I'm not going to save them and I'm not going to copy and paste them into Notepad unless someone else wants to copy and paste them and give me the group of links when we're done. Holiday correspondence. For what stuff on Etsy? Just any kind of, we're doing working on gift guide type of stuff. So anything that would be good for the Pen Addict gift guide that we can point to Etsy shops for. There needs to be a new term for podcast code switching where cursing is encoded. Yeah, Inky converters. DIY advent calendars. That's a good idea. I saw Mike's doing his, Madison. I'm going to write down Inky converters specifically. She gets a special star. Angela's dope. That's an asterisk. Let's see. Yeah, the Diamond calendar was great. I wonder why they didn't do it this year. Any reason why any public reason why they didn't do it this year? I haven't heard anything. And it came by so fast, like I didn't even think about it. Jackie, thank you for the sub in. Appreciate you. 14 months. Whoop whoop. Oh, I'm writing Angela instead of Inky converters. Let's write both. It's good practice. But I imagine, like, how many inks could they make up that were new this year, right? Probably COVID. Good point. All right, good luck, Kimmy. Should I make an Etsy, Ian? No, you should not. I just think as a someone who already has like a traditional retail presence, I don't know that benefit that you get that benefit. Plus, there's additional fees. There would be additional fees that you don't have selling directly, I think. So, like, it doesn't make sense for you. Oh, so Rachel confirmed that the pandemic ruined their chance to put it together. Makes sense. But look, I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty legit good writing right there for a lefty, for a righty writing lefty. Look at that. So she's gonna get a shout out on the show. I'll make sure to do that. So the softer the pencils, the better, and the more worn down, the better. I'm pretty happy with that, Angela. Oh, I'm writing squiggly. Okay, there you go. Everyone's saying shipping is going to be crappy this holiday. We're trying to do everything early. Like, I'm going to be done pretty early. Yeah, I don't think the cost would be I don't think there would be a benefit from the cost associated with it. And mostly in your time. Speaking of Goulet, don't forget their retro today. What is it? I don't know what it is. Is that the sparkly Christmassy one? Or is it something else? I didn't see it. I'm just going back. I'm just seeing yours. Dania leather covers. That's always a good gift. Just had a stab of panic because I haven't decided on my holiday card design yet. Oof. Ink swatch kits. That's a great idea. I bought a the last of the sweater ones. Okay, that makes sense. Let me write down ink swab kits. I just bought a glass nib pen finally yesterday. I've been wanting to do it for a while because I think it's going to be good on stream. Whoops. So I just did it, John. That was going to be a backwards W. I recovered though. I just ordered the Roaring Klingner one from Jet Pens. I'll show you which one I got. Let me look at the sweater pen. Oh, that's cute. Abominable sweater. Let me put this up real quick. That's super cute. It's in the 8-bit art style, which I love. It's got a narwhal on it. It's got an abominable snowman. I like saying abominable. That's a hard word to say. Abominable. So yeah, where is Jet Pens? Jet Pens. So I ordered this one. I keep meaning to order one because I think it's going to be good whenever I get the Cola desk where we can just sit it here on the desk and put it on the camera like where the notebook is. I'll flip back over to it in just a second. Bork and Bork, 12 months of subbing. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Hoot. So yeah, fine. This is more of a finally for me. Like I should have had one of these years ago. I've missed any of the other ones that I've looked for or just not thought about them. Like it'll be like a fleeting thought. One amazing reasons for Firefox over Chrome, you can set a keyword for a bookmark, so JetPens is just JP. Yeah, I could, or I could put a link up here. But like you can tell, I don't use this much for streaming. It's like all my YouTube and my World of Warcraft stuff. And that's about it. So yeah, that's my. I just ordered that yesterday. So I probably really won't use it until my cast is off so I can use my right hand. Are zines good holiday gifts? I think they are. Like I'm totally going to put down the pencil zines that I've been reading. Because that's a good Etsy shop. So that's on my list. And I'm blanking on the name. Your Hair in Blue is out for delivery. Nice. All right. Actually, I'm gonna put that. I need to note that over here because that's the one I want to use for Etsy. Is the pencil zines. E's are a little bit hard left-handed. Your gift guide is missing knock cases. We haven't launched much new stuff, so 2020 has been kind of a reboot year for knock. Index cards make a great stocking stuffer though, and like our cases that are in stock right now are awesome. But like if you're looking for something new, the only thing we have new is the Burton, which will be sold out before long. I don't know how many we sold already. Gold Spot has a pretty retro with snowflakes. That was the one I was referencing. Stupid phone didn't notify you today. Twitch notifications are historically terrible. So, but glad you're here. And it has been a good stream. It's been an excellent stream. I'm writing left-handed gift guide ideas. Just ordered the Burton yesterday. Thank you so much, John. I appreciate that. Rich Sticks, thanks for the bits. Oh, is that like a snowman unicorn melting? That's crazy. Oh, narwhal. Cool. What else? Gift guide stuff. So this is funny. If you think about what we're talking about here, how few mainstream products we've talked about, right? Like I think about that, even though like this is a group of people that is extremely dialed in, like no one has said, some of the basic stuff. Even though I said we've got the basics covered, but this is why it's important to me to have these chats with y'all to just have like a different perspective than what, I may be looking at on my screen or on my phone or, thinking about, with what's on my desk. So, yeah, it's good. Paper Cat Lady, 14 months of subbing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah, gift guides are awesome for non-mainstream things. I guess every other episode of our show is mainstream for the most part, right? We talk about all the current popular stuff, what's going on, what's good. The gift guides are good for surprises. And the gift guides tend to have a little bit more restrictive rules, right? Either like a price rule or a type of product rule or things like that. So yeah, it's cool. Basically, I'm saying I'm getting a lot out of this conversation, and it just hit me like how, I don't want to say abnormal, like it's normal for us, but how cool this list is coming. Silk scarves to raft pins. We need to get Diana on here. Like she always Instagrams her dope scarves. Book darts. How about like let's see. Let me write book darts because that's a good idea. Book darts. We can order them from Joe at Gentleman Stationer. He has the cool ones. And then apparel. feel like my E, like when I'm working on my E, um, my E is a real outlier compared to the shape I write my other letters in. Enamel pens, yeah, I like that. Because a lot of times this is stuff you're not going to buy yourself, right? You'll buy a new bottle of ink, but you're not always going to go check out some of this other stuff for yourself. Those super thin Midori bookmarks, those are what I use. That's the last thing that I've used, were those Midori. I forget the exact name of them, but I have those and they're fantastic. They're really good. I don't like my right-handed S, and my left-handed S is hardly a letter. Well, we took your name in vain a minute ago, Mike. What were we talking about? Oh, your ink vent, your homemade ink vent calendar. That was a good idea. The super thin. Oh, that's where I was using them, Schmevelin. That's exactly what I was using them for. So yeah, I am really happy with this Angela. I'll have to take a picture of that and send it to her. The inky converters is pretty terrible. But yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Not sure whether to do a 12-day or full 24. You could totally pull off the full 24. Pencil caps are cool too. Like, that's a good accessory. Yeah, oh, that's right. You did I forgot. You did all the videos for the ink vent, and I remember after like the third day, you were like, "I'm gonna die." Yep, I forgot about that. You're like, bah humbug on this. My gosh. So the duller this pencil gets, the more I like it on the handwriting. Yeah, Susan did it for the blog, and she just did. She would do them in batches. Like, she would sit and do a whole bunch, and like commit to however many hours it would take to do that, so she could take a break for several days before having to do them again. So she would work ahead just to make all the posts for the site, which was amazing. Like, everyone who did that and posted it, and everyone who went through that, that's pretty awesome. All right, we good on gift guide stuff? Should I practice some more left-handed handwriting? Should you tell me funny words to write? Yeah, that's the challenge. Like, if you're going to post them, is like, well, the whole idea is to not spoil yourself. Like, of what's coming next. Like, that's part of the fun. Minimum. That's going to be a good one. Have you been practicing? I have not been practicing. I was going to take today to do some practicing, but I really like just writing random words like we're doing today. And then deciding what letters I need to work on specifically. Because I want to, the way I practice the best is to pick a specific letter and just write it constantly. But I don't know what my worst letters are yet. And I think, I definitely have, there's some candidates for sure. But like, my A is fine. Like, I am good with that, but like my G is not, since I write in all caps. So, I want to figure out what to work on. So right now, the ones that I'm the least happy with are G, N, and S probably. The S turns out good as long as I go slow. But if I'm going fast, I tend to start the S in a bad position. Like, I want to start the S on the leftmost side of the letter instead of the curve over the top. Mango chutney. That's hilarious. Right? I want to start the S on the left side of the letter and make like almost like a 5 instead of starting on the right termination and coming around. So, all right, let me write minimum, because I have a hard time with the M's and the N's. But the M's aren't as bad as the N's, and I don't know why. And I'm trying to go fast. I'm trying not to think about it as much, right? I'm just trying to do it. That's pretty good. Min, but see, then I stuck my I in the side of this second M, so that was interesting. Abominable. Oh, B is pretty hard too. Abominable. Yeah, B is one to practice. That's not bad though. I'm not writing anti-disestablishmentarianism. All right, mango chutney. So now my N is all of a sudden a 2-stroke N. It's down, then a V. Try it in cursive. Yeah, I don't know that I could do that. Let's try minimum in cursive. I haven't done any cursive left-handed handwriting, so this is going to be pretty bad. That's not too bad. I had to mute you. What did I miss? Me trying to write things left-handed. Who's texting me? Mike's texting me. That's not bad. That looks like my handwriting. Like if I saw this picture, I would think that would be like something that I would write. So yeah, that looks good. All right, this is the other text I got. Toby. That's a good sleepy boy. I guess he's all borked out. Yeah, Mike, that looks like 100% like mine. Oh, mine started out wiggly. Like the first few days I was doing wiggles, and then it's come around to be pretty better. Let's see. I don't know that I could write something like abominable in there. All right, see you, Scepter Quad. Thank you. I'm gonna write something. So that's got some weird. That's not bad. The S again, that's pretty hard. Korean Soul. Yeah, we do You missed a lot of the pen talk. Now I have a broken right wrist. I'm a righty, so I'm learning how to write left-handed. So welcome aboard. We talk about pens and paper and inks and all kinds of stuff. But today we're talking about me trying to learn how to write left-handed. So that was pretty slow. So let's write Korean Soul's name in caps. Korean Soul 77. I haven't practiced any numbers. So there's Korean Soul. I'm reading this out loud. At Inkdependence Mike. It's Mike. I love your channel. Your I hate ads thing scares the crap out of my friend. It makes me laugh and laugh. That legit is killing me, Korean Soul. That's awesome. I haven't practiced any numbers. Let me do some numbers here. Ooh, that 2 is bad. Bo Nettie, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. 4. Okay, the numbers aren't too bad. The 2 is tragic. Two. Yeah, I probably need the squirrely. This is pretty much I'd say I'm an underwriter, lefty. I would say I come from under, at least no worse than the side. I'm definitely not over the top. So if you practice your lefty writing enough, you'll finish that notebook in no time. Yeah, I will. And I'll start going around the back side of the pages. I'm not going to start my Masubi until I can write with my normal handwriting. I think that would bother me. You know, I try not to pretend notebooks are special, but I at least want to get that one off to a good start, right? We'll finish the lefty life in this Midori, and then we'll jump over to the Masubi once we're good to go back for the normal stuff again. All right, see you, Patrick. Thank you. I'll read your DM later. Which Masubi are you starting with? So I bought myself my first Masubi that I'm going to use. I bought the Indigo Denim. Seemed like it had another word in the name, like a not translucent, indigo, something. I don't know. It's cool. It's kind of like shiny. It's nice. Iridescent, yeah. Iridescent indigo denim is what I bought for me with bank paper. My first Masubi. Isn't that cute? How long do you have to go before the cast comes off in theory? So the first time it comes off is December 7th. That's the test x-ray to see how it's healing. And then they decide back into cast or splint that's removable, like when I take a shower, things like that. So December 7th is the original decision day. Is the first decision day. Or amputate, yes. Option 3, amputate. That's why I'm practicing so hard, lefty. So, and then if that goes well, should be 3 more weeks after that December 7th date before we get it off completely. And then we decide if we have to do like any like little PT stuff, but I don't think there will be. So no, not long. In the grand scheme of things, not long at all. Sir Jerkface. Let's write that. All right, see you, Vesmoth. Brad would. Yeah, Sarah. That's what I'm considering. Right. I don't have the best setup here. I'm also reaching very far to get this under camera. So I'm trying to figure out what's the right angle for my lefty handwriting. So I'm not set up perfectly how I think is the best right now. I'm not gonna lie, my cursive isn't too bad. I don't think I can continue that, but I think this probably looks like Dave's normal handwriting. Yeah, it's not bad. What did I miss? I'm going to write that in cursive. Did you decide to break your wrists together? Yes, everybody. We had like a wrist breaking party. It's like we all got jumped into the Black Pen Society, and that's what you do. What was it? What did I miss? Let me see if I can write that in cursive. Oh, that was a bad T. That worked out though. Oh, how does a capital I go? Oh, I don't know how to. Oh, that's not it. That's a ampersand. I don't know how to do a capital I. I don't know how to do a capital I. I have to look at that. I think I'm in the ballpark, but it's looking like an ampersand. What did I miss? Not my best effort. Oh, man. Is left-handed writing more mentally taxing? I think it's more physically taxing. So it's got to be more mentally taxing, right? Because I'm gripping, my grip is okay, but I feel strain in my hand because I'm not used to holding it that way. So I think it's mentally and physically taxing. So yeah, absolutely. Make a loop and bring the tail off to the left. Thought that I was doing what I was doing, and it turned into an ampersand. See, that's what I was going for. That's like an S or an ampersand. Then a sharp hairpin back. Yeah, this isn't gonna work for me. I should just look it up. I feel like I can picture it, but I can't translate it. So that's the only problem with the cursive is like I don't use it enough to know all the motions, or at least have the picture right in my head. Like I can totally kind of see it, John, but I'm like I can't translate it. That's why I feel like I started off on the right path and then got lost. You're gonna give me a link now. Okay, so my loop was just too short. So it's more of like a giant L. More like I should come this way. Like that. I think that's it, right? I was going the wrong direction. Okay, cool. I think that's it. Yeah. So I was looping incorrectly. Oh, I did it again. Yeah, that one's breaking me because I'm having to go backwards. Huh. Yeah, long loop. Cool. Long loop. I'm still probably going to print though. Like if I practice, I'm still going to practice printing, but it's good practice. Like that's not bad. Like I can get that. Cursive is dead. Let's write Anne Trubeck. Anne Trubeck. There you go. We should all practice with you. That would be the worst Instagram feed ever. It's hashtag terrible handwriting. Like, that's it. I write exclusively in cursive and I always use a print capital I. I's even a good cursive letter. Like, not all cursive letters I think are good. Like, I think a G is like kind of dumb. Like, it's like I would probably use like a standard printed G, even though that doesn't really match well with the flow. But like a cursive G has always seemed to be a little bit extreme to me. Yeah. Cursive Q is another one. The Z is really strange. Yeah. Cursive G. No. Isn't this a cursive G? Something like that. Yeah. Just make a big lowercase g. I don't think that's... How are y'all saying that's the same? Because the lowercase g should be like that, right? But then you go to this. I mean, I appreciate the cleanliness. So I probably won't practice my cursive. So we need to do, like, this feels, I won't say natural, but it feels like how my brain works. I need to practice B. Ooh, that N was bad. Woof. I'll post this one on Instagram. And then y'all can add in your terrible handwriting. Is there a good place for inexpensive fountain pen paper? It all seems so expensive to me. Do you want something in a pad or like bound, or do you want like loose sheets? Make a lowercase g with a big upper loop. If you were to close the top two loops in a circle, it's similar. It doesn't look the same. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Notebooks of any size. So like a bound notebook. I mean, if you don't want something bound, say it like this, right? Like a traditional bound notebook. Rhodia pads are not like dead simple, but grits and eggs this morning. I'm coming over. Rhodia pads are really good for just high quality fountain pen paper, but not their bound books. I'm talking about like the Rhodia pads are good. I don't particularly love the Rhodia web notebook. If you want like a 200 page notebook, more of your more of your hardbound style notebook, like Leuchtturm is fountain pen friendly, and it won't break the bank. It's not cheap by any stretch, but they're more like 20, 18 to $20 as opposed to like $25 to $35. So we can answer this question, but man, there are levels of nuance there. Hey, send that put that link in the chat to the Wirecard article we talked about yesterday, because those Apica CDs are really great. Sorry. If you can shop for anything Apica, APICA, or Kokuyo, those would be great. You hate that Apica paper? I like it. Is it a little glossy for you? I do find that with Apica. Is it a little too coated? Too smooth? I get that. I don't mind it. You don't like Apica either. I like the Apica, especially for fountain pens. Yeah, drop that. I thought that Wirecutter best notebooks article was really on point. It's odd seeing my name on your book. Let's do this. Oh, I'm not doing a great job on this one. I'm reaching too far. Yeah, so there's a million choices we can give you. We can get it to an answer, but there's like very specific niche-y stuff we can get into and ask about to come up with that answer, right? Office Depot's tool disc bound paper is awesome. I haven't tried that one. Where do you buy your Rhodia or Midori? I mean, mostly jet pens for me. It depends on where you live. If you're in a big city, you can get to Kinokuniya. I don't know what their Amazon status is for either of those, because I always shop at jet pens or like other like stationary stores. But like if that's not accessible to you, they might be on Amazon, but I'm not sure. The Kokuyo loose leaf is on Amazon. Like if you want like a good 500 sheets of good fountain pen friendly paper, but it's loose sheets, it's hard to beat that. That's the good stuff. Bought a ream of the A5 and A4. Have you been able to use it a bunch, Tony? Because I think I'm going to do that. I want to get some to punch. I'd probably get the A5. Since I found the UK supplier, I've gone with the Kokuyo paper. It's great. You got it bound into a notebook. That's a good idea. Michael stocks Rhodia. Okay, cool. Target used to carry Rhodia, but that didn't last that long. No, we didn't get to that one yet, Sarah. It's like the next one or two questions on there. Oh, you bound it yourself? Cool. We ran out of time. We ended up running a little bit long yesterday because I was ranting about pencils. Oh, you'll get an answer because it'll probably be a fight. That's why we're holding it off, because it's more than a simple answer. So that's why we got to give that one some time. Book buying has become your quarantine hobby. Do you do any like hardcover stuff? Like, are you binding like covers onto them? And what is? This probably isn't really something that's easy to answer on stream. Maybe you should come back on friend of the show and do a bookbinding idea. A bookbinding podcast. just stitch right now. Yeah, that makes sense. If y'all don't follow my sister online on Instagram, she's a bookbinder by trade. It's her jobby job. You can go follow Amy Barizo on Instagram. I'll put that up there. If y'all want to see some bookmarking. Yeah, Susan's stuff is cool. So here's my sister's Instagram page. She's a bookbinder by trade, an artist, but like her job is bookbinding. She owns her own shop and does like, what do you call, limited serial editions for clients and things like that. But if you want to see some crazy ass bookbinding, that's where you go. First two notebooks I did were with Tomoe River. It was not an enjoyable experience. I could imagine that. I imagine that's tough to do, like, individually, right? Like, without big print stuff. And y'all haven't started a Pen Addict stationery brand yet. We talk about it. We would have to make, like, Masubi level notebooks. Like, maybe we do. Like, they would be, like, $100, notebooks. So maybe one of these years. We talk about it. Makes you appreciate Masubi's artisans all the more? Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm digging these softer pencils. I need to decide on my notebook for next year. There are just too many good options. Has anyone committed to? Has anyone that uses journals / planners for the year made a change in what they're using for 2021 compared to 2020? Head full of ideas. I'm on that. It is definitely time for the Tennessee Reds. Because like I've said, like my normal handwriting, I prefer the firmer style. Those would be perfect for what I'm doing right now. 100% agree. So I need to go. I only have one. Rich Sticks gave it to me. So I need to order some more. That might be my Christmas present to me. Hobby 100, you have changed. What are you going to for next year? Is it something pre-built? Is it something like more custom style that you're buying or putting together? What's the story there? Yeah, so Rich Sticks, that's the one I still use because as much as I love it, like for my regular writing, it's too soft. But for now, my left-handed writing, it's probably going to be perfect. For planner, I'm going to plum paper. No change, using a 5-year journal. Ride or Die with William Hanna. Yeah, I haven't been able to switch. Went from Filofax style printable to Hobonichi Cousin. That's a pretty good change. Added a Kokuyo Jibun Techo for planning and Hobonichi Weeks for gratitude. I'd be interested to see, are you new, Hells, to the Jibun? Because that's a pretty intense one. I'd be interested to see how that goes. Using a planner for the first time in a while, hoping structure helps. You can send me some Tennessee Reds, Tony. Hold that thought, because I actually might ask for some for Christmas. That would be something easy for like my wife to get me. Went back to the A6 Hobo instead of the Stology. Switching from A5 to Weeks. Interesting. Plum paper planners. I don't know plum paper planners. I'm gonna write that down. Stocked up on Endless Works recorders for work notebooks. That makes sense. Plum paper planners is tough to say. You should have a planner suggestion in your gift guide. We will. I will add that. Going from attempting to use a planner like I do every year to not using one at all. I hear you. You get stationary gifts from your family only if I ask very specifically. Otherwise, no, I don't even go there. If you have so many things that you need a planner to keep track of, you're doing too many things. I mean, in a vacuum, I don't disagree with that statement. And this goes back to the very beginning of the podcast. And Tony, you and I have talked about the productivity game. And I mean, I don't disagree with that, but there's some value there. The boy is really good about randomly getting me stationery. Then that's how you know you got a good one. If you have a partner that it's not into stationery that can pull good stationery items out of the ether, then you know you got a good one. So this Mackey's Twisby seems interesting. Yeah, I linked that this morning on there. How much are they? Yeah, if I don't have a planner, I do nothing because of ADHD. Yeah, totally. During this pandemic, what are we planning? I guess it could be like get out of bed, turn a computer, telework, take dogs out to shit. I mean, that's a complete day. Endless Works versus GLP Author. I haven't used the GLP Author. 162. Seems right. I mean, I don't know that you wanted, right? It's still an eco base. No matter what you do, it's still an eco base. 162 seems right. Seems right. Like, I'm not going out of my way to get one. I don't own any of their artisanal Twisbies, but yeah. Okay. I get that. I don't even know what a GLP Notebooks is. Iconic Cat Diary. What is this? I don't need artisanal Twisbies. I kind of want one of those. Oh, that's pretty. Iconic Cat Diary. I kind of want one of those topiary Kukuyos. I'm not going to lie. I like the topiary Kukuyos. But again, that's an even cheaper pen and worse filling system. But I kind of want it. All right, I'm going to switch back to the main screen. I think I'm done handwriting today. I'll post this on Instagram when we're done with terrible handwriting. Y'all feel free to chime in there. Hey, countertops. That's a good word. I am going to write that. Countertops. Countertops. I feel like Ron Burgundy this morning. Countertops. Countertops. So yeah, GLP Creations. I'm Ron Burgundy. Stationery for fountain pens, GLP Creations. Okay, I've seen these. I've never used one of these. Yeah, tracking. Okay, I recall. Gotcha. Yeah, Topiary Kakuno over Makie Eco. I don't know how much those topiary ones are. I think they're over $100 though. They're pretty neat. I haven't seen one in a while. I haven't been looking, but I haven't seen one in a while. My fingers get cold. I gotta put them in the hoodie. GLP is like 28. That's too much for what it is. What's up, Tyler? What's your Twitch handle? What's your Twitch handle? Your name on Twitch. Countertops. I want to see your handle. Are you Countertops? I was gonna make a joke that's saying, I bet that's my son, Countertops. is my son. I bet you, and I'll be damned if it isn't. Come on, come say hi. Here's the homeschooler. Come say hi. Come say hi.
Hi.
John Winstanley, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Whoa, Toby's borking.
These are interesting.
My handwriting, my left-handed handwriting is better than your right-handed handwriting.
No, it's not.
It's a fact. Facts. We ran him. Why countertops? Because we talk about naming like video game characters and things like that, and how I tend to use real words like table, construction, kiosk for just like character names, because I don't like thinking of character names. Giraffe, waffle. So Tyler created an account called Countertops because he was sitting at the counter and looked down and decided it was Countertops. So that's how I name characters a lot of times if we're playing games. So there you go. Rudy and Toby would be good friends. So Toby's best friend is his cousin Rudy, who now lives just down the street from us, so they play every day. So Toby is a big fan of all Rudys. Yeah, waffle is such a good word. Totally. Yeah, so Toby and his cousin Rudy. Rudy's a bigger dog and needs to run in our yard, and he's in an apartment right now, so my parents bring Rudy over every day to run in our backyard, and him and Toby get out. Write waffle in cursive. Okay, that'll be a challenge. Let's bring this camera back up. Waffle. Oh, I don't know how to do the W. That just might be like a pretend W. It's kind of a pretend W. That's not that bad. The cursive F's not that hard. I just can't remember how to make the W. How do you terminate the W? I have to think about that. So yeah. All right, that's enough writing. My hand's getting tired. Also, I have to put the cast in the hoodie because my fingers are cold. Double is one of those letters with a little arm that connects to the next letter. But yeah, on the capital one, is it at the top? I know the lowercase is the capital W, the same connector at the top. So how do you come all the way down to write an A? If you have a capital W, the capital doesn't connect. So like the Washington Nationals logo. Okay. I'm down with the lowercase. So the capital W does not connect. That makes more sense. So you still have it out there, but it's just floating in the air. Okay. I'm going to write that. Even though I said I'm not going to write anymore. So it's like, but there's not one on the left side, only on the right side termination. Okay, I get it. And then it doesn't connect. Is there nothing on the left side? I should have kept the page up that Schmevelin sent me. All right, I think we're going to wrap it up, gang. I'm going to go eat lunch with Tyler. He's on break. It's he has a 3-hour lunch break. That's countertops to you all. Weighted blanket. That's a pizza. Oh, that's gross. Here, I'll pull that up. Someone told me you play World of Warcraft. Is that true? It is. I'm not playing much right now because of this. I can't really do work on the mouse, so I'm gonna miss a lot of the launch. Where is my monitor? But I do play World of Warcraft. Just started back in it, really. About a month or two ago. Yeah, that's just disgusting. I have a weighted blanket. It's just solid gray. That's problematic. It's kind of great though. I was gonna say $150 isn't that bad than they have in here. It's 25% less expensive than the typical gravity pricing. It's 15-pound, 72-inch blanket. Like we definitely paid over $100 for mine. So it's funny that they're like, and it's a good deal. You met your boyfriend on WoW because why not? Absolutely. Lots of people met lots of people on WoW. Lots of marriages, lots of cool stuff happens in WoW. Weighted blankets are great. I need to keep mine more accessible. I kind of put mine away sometimes and then forget like I could use it like certain times a day. Instead of having to go get it, I should just have it around. All right, we're going to wrap things up. Thanks for y'all's help on gift guide planning. Thanks for writing practice. We're going to do more writing practice probably next week. Just because I don't have a lot of great topics right now, just because I would like to do some real handwriting. You and your husband met on OkCupid. We have some really good friends I have several friends that have met their partners and spouses on dating apps. It's good stuff. It is very good stuff. So yeah. Yeah, that's a wrap for today. We'll probably be right back to this next week. Oh, I guess next week is Thanksgiving in the US, right? Is that next week? So we won't stream on Thursday unless I get really pissed or something, like at my family. And then we'll stream. But we're going to be here, and maybe like my parents, it's like not going to be a thing. So, but don't plan on a 10 o'clock stream next week, but I'll let you know. Maybe we could do like a Thanksgiving food stream. I'll think about it. We'll definitely stream Tuesday. We're podcasting Wednesday. I'm not going to say no to a Thursday stream. I thought they canceled the parades, Mike. Did they not cancel the parades? Yeah, avoid pickleball. I will. Mafia Geek, you made it just in time for the wrap. You think it's modified, the parades? Okay, because my kids were asking. So we'll see. We'll see. Don't plan on there being a stream on Thursday. If there is, it'll probably be like afternoon, evening, Thursday, something like that, just if I get bored. And the kids will be on the stream. So like the kids will be here and off. So if anything, we'll do that. But otherwise, I will see y'all on Tuesday. And I'll see you online. Thank you. And remember to nap if you need it. You too, Schmevelin. You too. All right. Thank y'all very much. See y'all. Bye.